Hi guys, it is nighttime discussions with Queen. We're going to start doing this regularly because I feel like so many people benefit from the positivity and education and awareness. And I'm here for it. I'm here for it because it's who I am. Because I am one of those people that feels like if you give people enough education, they can make not only an informed decision, but help those people around them make those too. Break away from traditional values, break away from lies and judgmental bullshit, and educate yourself. Learn to not be a sheep and to accept and love yourself. So, I invite you guys to my bed. Like my canopy. I do plan on getting another one. I want to get another one either to double up on this one, or there's another one that I want to get all together that's a thicker material, and it is what is that material called? I don't remember. Anyway, it's a really, really nice material. So today we're going to talk about self-sabotage. Something that many of you know all too well, especially if you've experienced some kind of traumatic experience, or if you have had a narcissistic individual in your life that's caused you to ultimately self-sabotage. Oh, and I did get my hair cut. Pretty excited about it. Anyway, for self-sabotage, ultimately the majority of the reason people self-sabotage is fear. So when it comes to fear playing a role in the majority of the decisions you make, ultimately it derives from many things that leads you to have issues internally with yourself. So if you have fears of abandonment, fears of rejection, if you have like fear of the unknown, if you have fear of being vulnerable because you don't know how people are going to react, or if people are going to be better or worse than what you play them out to be in your head, that can cause some issues. Ultimately, being in discomfort. So even say you're conditioned and you feel like the majority of people are bad, so you're just going to stick with the safe bad, the one that you know. A lot of people do that because they are scared to be uncomfortable. So the discomfort causes them fear of the unknown, which makes them not want to venture over or take that step or take the chance, because the opportunity could end worse than what they have in their head. So ultimately they fear change. Whenever you're conditioned by a narcissist, or conditioned throughout your life by multiple influences to believe that maybe you're not good enough, or maybe it could be worse on the other side, and you just want to stick with the safe bad so that you don't have to worry about it because that's good enough, because it could always be worse. And one of the terrible things is that results from different kinds of trauma making you feel like ultimately you're not good enough, like everything's your fault. And that is definitely the type of things that narcissists look for. So when you're developing a relationship with someone that's narcissistic, or even if you have a sociopath, psychopath, whatever, you have to understand that not all of these people I mean, even if someone's not any of those, not all of these people are going to have your best interests at heart. Hell, they probably don't even have their best interests at heart because they don't know what they are. They're just selfish, and they make the majority of their decisions out of selfish nature. Even if they completely demolish themselves or what they built, ultimately they like the control. They like being able to manipulate the narrative. They like feeling something that makes them feel as if they have power over you. But if you remove that power, they no longer have it. So ultimately, it's your choice. It's your choice to be uncomfortable for a moment and be better, or stick with what you feel is safe, the safe alternative, because that's what you're used to. And that's what a lot of them count on. So many of them, the narcissist or someone that has narcissistic tendencies, you don't have to be a narcissist to have narcissistic tendencies. They can be taught to you. So you don't have to have it in your blood or it be hereditary for you to be a narcissist or have narcissistic tendencies. You can literally learn to be, which is a scary thought, because that means that somewhere down the line, someone didn't care enough, someone didn't love enough, someone didn't put forth the effort to help this person be a well-rounded individual. And that's terrible. It's terrible to feel like they didn't love you, because ultimately a narcissist, I'm not going to say that they can't love, because they can, but they don't love right. They're not taught the right way, or they refuse to love right because they have internal urges that are just louder than the influences of good that they had in their life. And ultimately, they just want to win. So they manipulate people to retain control over an environment, or to continue to get the empowered feeling that they want. It's like an endorphin rush for them. They continue to do that. So ultimately, you feel like you need to keep them in your life because they're safe, because that's what you know. So self-sabotage gets to be a cycle. And even if you feel like you deserve better, you really don't reach out for better because you're so comfortable, so used to that you just don't. It's good enough. And they like you there. They like you in that headspace. So they essentially tear you down. And the good ones will give you just enough to make you hold on. Just enough to make you stay. And of course, that's with their stipulations being met, their terms, their guidance, and they ultimately like to write the narrative. They make you think everything's your fault, which of course goes back to the cycle. And you end up self-sabotaging all over again, even when you get good people in your life, because you're just so used to those people that use and abuse you that you don't know what to do with good. And that's a sad thing. That's a terrible thing. But it's common. It's common for today. It's common for all social classes. It's common for family, friends to treat each other and put each other in that headspace. And it's not healthy. It's not good. People also with personality disorders are more susceptible to allowing such influences, just because, I mean, you've already got a lot going on in your head. And your head is the one place that you can't escape. No matter how hard you try. You can't get out of there. So, you have to decide. You have to decide, ultimately, do you want growth? Ultimately, do you want to be better? Do you want to go outside of your comfort zone and reach the potential that you could one day be? Because if you continue to self-sabotage, to give up good because you're too comfortable where you are, because of the chance of things going wrong, the rejection, the fear, whatever is causing your fear, If you let that win, you let them win. Stop letting them win. Choose to win yourself for once. Be a better you. Have the evolution you deserve. Have the greatness you deserve. And stop letting those motherfuckers win. You deserve better. Always. I don't care if they're family. I don't care if they're friends. I don't care if it's your husband. I don't care if it's your wife. I don't care if it's your best friend. You deserve better. And they don't deserve you. Now, next time, I don't know what the topic will be, but we will be back enjoying whatever atmosphere I'm in at the time. Right now, it just happens to be my bed, my comfy space, because I'm sick and I don't really feel all that well. But I'm here to remind you that you're beautiful. I'm here to remind you that the only people that can have control over you are the people that you let have control over you. So love yourself and take back that control. We'll see you next time. Stay hydrated. Stay frosty. Bye, guys.